The top 5 AI coins to $5 million. Hi, I'm the Crypto Lifer. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're having a good morning, day, afternoon, night, no matter where you are in the world. If you like my channel and the vibe that I provide, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and don't forget to hit that like button and please leave a comment. I absolutely love reading the comments. One thing I do have to say is I am not a financial advisor. Nothing on this channel should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself your own financial advisor or do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. So now that that legal jargon is out of the way, that brings us to today's topic, the top 5 AI coins to $5 million. That's right, the top 5 AI coins to $5 million. Now everyone's wondering what's going on with AI. Now we were trading every single day. My channel has been going since February of 2021. The live stream has not taken one day off. And because of that, we did not miss that last huge AI rally. It started in late November and ran into December. It was insane. Since then, a lot of the prices for the AI coins have gone down and they're actually sitting in a pretty undervalued area. I want to discuss 5 coins that I believe are a really good pickup, possibly even today. We're going to break them each down. I own every one of these coins and have pretty big positions in them as well. I will disclose. So I'm not going to tell you about something that I don't already own. Let's break it down. Let's have fun. And let's look at these top 5 AI coins. So rule of thumb, whenever I'm looking to make money in cryptocurrency, I'm looking for a narrative. Number 1, a narrative means an idea, a theme, something that can carry through for the next couple of years that people are going to buy into. One narrative the last few years was DeFi, decentralized finance. If you're able to find the coins that were capturing the DeFi essence and were actually doing good in DeFi before everyone knew it was big, you would be able to cash in. And we were able to do that. Why? Because when you're trading in my trading group, we're able to see the moves as they begin. Like the market cap goes from 10 to 20 million. That's substantial. To the rest of the world, they don't notice it. But to the heavy, hardcore traders, we see that. And we start seeing where the strong players are going to be placed before they get pretty big. AGIX was one of those. I saw it at 4 cents and it would go all the way past 66 cents for a huge rally. If you were in my trading group, we were able to give you all those moves to the upside and give you multiple swing trades as it was doing it. It was amazing. But that doesn't matter. That's in the past. I'm going to be long-term holding this coin because I believe it's going to be big. They didn't create Sophia the robot, but they had something to do with the tech behind it. They also got pretty, blasted into the news through that. A lot of people started to learn who SingularityNET is. Now, the first thing I want to look at is the market cap. You can't 100x, 50x a coin if it already has billions of dollars in market cap. So I'm always looking for something in that sweet spot. I also divide my risk. I look in the AI sector, I say, what is the coins with the bigger market caps? What are the coins with the smaller? And I kind of put my money into thirds. 1/3 into the bigger market caps, 1/3 into the more risky, less market caps, and then 1/3 into the extreme high risk coins that could possibly be 100, 200, maybe even 500x. So the first thing I'm looking at is SingularityNET. That's the first coin on the radar, and it's got a $260 million market cap. If that goes to 2.6 billion, we're going to 10x. If it goes to 26 billion, we can 100x. And there's a chance that it does go to $26 billion with all the hype, with all what's going on, and with the team behind them. The circulating supply at 1.2 billion is a pretty good place. And the total supply at 1.3. So, the max supply is about 2 billion, which isn't bad for a coin that can do what AGX could do. It has an Ethereum address, but it also has a Cardano address, which makes it interesting. One of the first few coins to have a Cardano address. Right now, I am storing this coin on a Trezor wallet. Link to the Trezor wallet below, but I'm storing this coin on a Trezor, nice and safe, on my Ethereum wallet address. So you can send it to your Ethereum wallet as an ERC20 token, and it will sit nicely on your Trezor. We're also going to look at the chart for you and kind of break it down. But what separates AGIX? Number 1, it has a lot of liquidity. It's on Binance, Uniswap, KuCoin, Max Global. A lot of exchanges have access to SingularityNET. All right. And it's a blockchain-powered platform that allows anybody to easily create, share, and monetize AI services thanks to its globally accessible AI marketplace. I believe this marketplace will get bigger and bigger. More people are going to access it, and you can go there and buy things that will help you make tools and software out of AI, right? SingularityNET's goal is to enable Sophia to be able to fully understand human language and continue developing OpenCog, an AI framework that is hoped to eventually achieve a state known as advanced general intelligence, i.e. human-level artificial intelligence or beyond. The platform was first announced in 2017 and completed an initial coin offering in December of that year, raising $36 million. I'm telling you right now, this has a strong team of people behind it. I can't guarantee anything, but I firmly believe it is not a rug pull. A lot of people know about this coin, and it was at 4 cents. It rallied all the way to 60 cents. Let's take a look at the technicals. So it did. It rallied all the way up here. You can see it on KuCoin, all the way to 65 cents. Came back down, all right? And that was back in 2021, right? It's kind of crazy. Came back down. No one really paid attention to it. And then it was about 4 cents. I started looking at it. We actually were able to call the exact bottom of this in the trading group. I do take credit for that. It was tight moving averages. There was a bit of a cup and handle down here. And we were just looking at it for a swing trade, but it started to run and then it rallied. Eventually, we were able to find this consolidative pattern here too that would rally again. In my trading group, you would have seen all this. Regardless, it doesn't matter, but the price would pump all the way up to about 67 cents from that 4 cent region. I mean, unbelievable. It is now retraced, and I've been dollar cost averaging into this position. I will disclose I own about 20,000 USD worth of this coin. I believe it's going to make some big waves. It's going to be a pretty big winner in the next bull run. If it can go any lower anywhere, for me, if it loses this support at 19, it could fall even lower down to possibly 8 cents. For me, I believe in the project so much. To me, any price between 18 and 21 cents is an absolute steal. It's a very low value price. So I'm dollar cost averaging into AGIX. I'm building my position. And 2 years from now, you might see me unloading a very large bag and with a very big smile on my face. So that's AGIX, the first coin, the market cap, a little bit about what it does and where it sits in the technicals. You pull a Fibonacci, it's hit the 786 on the daily. Also, I like to look at the bigger charts. We go to like the 5-day, the 10-day, the weekly. Very oversold on the weekly. Great times to grab undervalued coins in a cup and handle with a 786 Fibonacci retracement on the radar. So AGIX looking interesting to me. The next coin is Fetch.AI. Now this coin's sitting a little smaller of a market cap. Fetch.AI is a little different, but still comes through in AI. This was an IEO, I remember, out of Binance when it first dropped. It's 20 cents, $160 million market cap. That means, again, if it goes to just 1.6 billion, we can get ourselves a 10x. If it goes to $16 billion, which AI coins actually can probably manufacture a gain pretty fast because once they start rolling, they can continue to roll out more products and continue to kind of accentuate on their progress. I feel like something that's AI could move pretty fast. We might see something we've never seen. So at $160 million market cap, I believe you could 100x Fetch.AI. However, I'm not trying to 100x it. 20 to 30, a 50x would be amazing. A 30x is really what I'm going for, and a 20x would be awesome. At 20x, I just need to see a $3.2 billion market cap. That makes complete sense to me, and it's something that I believe is very, very doable. So Fetch.AI is another coin that I am dollar cost averaging into during this bear market and building a position in. Fetch.AI also has a lot of liquidity as it's on KuCoin, Kraken, Coinbase, Binance, and MEX, you name it, it's everywhere. Founded in 2017, as I told you, it was an IEO on Binance. Fetch.AI is an artificial intelligence lab building open, permissionless, decentralized machine learning network with a crypto economy. And it's interesting because it democratizes access to AI technology with a permissionless network upon which anyone can connect and access secure data sets by using autonomous AI to execute the tasks. I mean, it's amazing. And the utility was designed to find, create, and deploy and train digital twins, an essential part of smart contract oracles. It's the only thing that has digital twins too, which is pretty interesting. It can access machine learning based utilities to train autonomous digital twins and deploy collective intelligence on the network. Validation nodes are also enabled by staking FET tokens, which facilitates network validation and reputation as well. So I like the market cap. Circulating supply sitting at 1.1 billion. It's got a good circulating supply. I've played with coins of that type of supply before. They've done great. And so it's got an Ethereum address, and it also, I believe it also has another one. It also has a Binance Smart Chain and a Cosmos address. I'm telling you right now, Atom is another coin, a sleeper coin on the low. I mean, people know about it, but I don't think they realize how big of an infrastructure coin it really runs the behind the scenes. Cosmos is a big deal. But Fetch.AI, having 3 addresses, I like that. I like to see multi-chain. And sitting in the sweet spot where I like it. It's got the narrative. It's definitely a coin I have in my portfolio, and I'm going to continue to add to at certain dippage points. We're going to take a look at the chart. Similar scenario, right? Big run up last year, came back up, had another huge run up in December, all the way from about 5 cents to about 57 cents. It did a little more than a 10x, 11x, 12x almost at 60 cents. It is now retraced slowly throughout these past 15, 30, 20 weeks really, and it's come down to the 786 retracement. Again, it has bounced here. It has a resistance. It may drop lower. You never know. But for me, this is where the undervalued price becomes super, super attractive. I start wanting to get into these coins at these levels when no one else is truly paying attention. The summer months, the low volume, to me, I can't beat these times to be adding to my coins and to my trades. So again, these are 2-year-long trades that I'm going to hopefully sell off into the bear market and have an absolute blast acquiring. So I'm excited to see where these coins could go, and I'm excited to see what's happening. And again, on this chart, I'm showing you the weekly. It's very oversold and retracing on the Fibonacci to a nice level. Now, I'm not doing hugely detailed TA here. I'm just giving you an overview, but I am showing you where the undervalued price lies. Like, it, to me, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is very undervalued at around 20 cents. And it's got that AI narrative on the way. It's also got Fetch.AI in its name, which can help as well. All right. Our third coin on the radar is going to be VAIOT. All right. VAIOT also has good enough liquidity, but not as much, right? It's on BitGet, some smaller exchanges. Doesn't have the big feel. It's got a $21 million market cap. Tiny. If this thing just goes to a $210 million market cap, around where the price of AGIX and Fetch are, it could 10x. If this gets to 2.1 billion, you're talking 100x. So this thing could do damage. All right. You could 100x this coin for sure. I remember started buying it, I believe, on Uniswap, a decentralized exchange. Yeah, it had an Ethereum address, and it also has, let's see, a Polygon address, which I like to see. That's a really good sign. So the live VIO price today was 8 cents. Awesome, right? Now, what differentiates it? Well, it enables both businesses and consumers to utilize a set of technologies called intelligent contracts. It serves as a personal assistant available on mobile devices via a simple and natural user interface, providing AI-based legal services. The company also offers a novel intelligent service distribution channel that empowers businesses to adapt to modern customers by providing a new way of adding services. Now, they've been around for a good amount of time. I trust the team. I don't see this as a rug pull or something disappearing. Very small market cap, very undervalued if they achieve what they're going after and continue to push. Even if they just speculatively get enough done and they get through the bull market, I believe there's a pretty good money, this is something that I'm looking to possibly, 30 to 50x. If I get into the 100x region, I might leave a runner going, but it has that 100x potential. I will tell you, AGIX and Fetch, I'm not truly buying that they could 100x. I'm going those for like a 30 to 40. I'd be happy with the 20x on both of them, though. This one, I believe I could get something more, possibly into the 40x region and higher, because the market cap's so small, but it has such a good team. And so this is another coin that I've added to my portfolio, and I've been slowly DCAing into. We're going to slap the chart onto you for you again. The same concept. You can see they run together. They're kind of like looking similarly to the same chart. And this thing has been very high before. It's all-time high. I mean, you're talking somewhere on this chart at $3.91. So if it even went back to that price action, I mean, at 8 cents now, at 80 cents would be a 10x, right? You'd be looking at a 40x at $3.20. So that thing would possibly 50x back to its all-time high and more. This thing could do some serious damage. So I am looking and liking the pickup of VAI. Now, if we look at the chart, again, I'm on the daily chart. If you go to like the weekly, if you want to see the bigger time frames, the weekly is very undervalued, very oversold. It's pumped up, and again, it's retraced to a 786 retracement, came back up, got rejected by a 618, and now it's hovering right above the 786 Fibonacci level. For me, these are just, if I'm willing to hold something for 1 to 2 years, these are beautiful places to be accumulating these coins, all right? I know the narrative. I've done my research. I look at the charts. I take FA, I take TA, and I take my own brain and my own research, put them together, and I'm able to find gains in a pretty 1 to 2 year period in these runs. So again, VAI is something that I'm looking at, the third coin on my radar. The fourth coin on my radar is going to be Render Token, coming in at $1.77 and a $655 million market cap. Now, some could say it's not 100% AI, but to me it is, because it combines, if you ever were in video editing or you did anything, you have to render. I was a video editor for years. We had a graphics team. They had a render farm. We had, 3D graphics that would take 10 people to do, and they were super, super high tech, and they took a lot of time, and that's rendering. A lot of computing power goes into rendering, seeing all the awesome videos you see, the commercials that you watch on TV. a lot of this stuff is created through what's called rendering. So what render does is it's a ERC20 utility token, and it distributes GPU rendering network all around the world. So basically, it aims to connect artists and studios in need of GPU computing power with mining partners willing to rent their GPU capabilities out. So we would all connect, and through the render token and the render ecosystem, you'd be able to access rendering power that you didn't have, okay? So number one, what it does is it gives people the ability to technology that they may not be able to afford at the time. And it also is, for me, it's green because in a way, computers could be sitting around doing nothing, but now they can be used. Everyone can kind of use something, maybe I'm not home, but you could be rendering on my home computer. Also, people have different time, someone's asleep, you could be rendering on my computer while then I could be, the time differences throughout the world and just being super productive. All render payments are stored in escrow during rendering and are released to the node operators upon manual verification by the commission artist of the successful work. To prevent malicious actors in both the user's bases, all assets rendered on the network are watermarked until payment is successfully dispersed, upon which time unwatermarked renders may be downloaded and all payment is held in escrow until the manually verified being correctly rendered. So it's, pretty cool. Now, so in my mind, render is somewhat AI because what it's doing is it's taking tons of computers together and then picking which ones are best for you at the time. Now, it's not 100% like full blown like Singularity, but I believe it's going to move with the AI narrative and with the fact that we can use computing power throughout the world and all of us can access it together. If render pulls off what it's doing, it's going to do pretty amazing. There was a coin similar to this back in the day. Sia coin reminds me a little bit about it. And I believe render could easily do a 10x to $6.5 billion, get to $10 or $12. 20x to me is like the highest it can get. I don't know if this is going to be a 50 to 100x, but I definitely think there's some gains coming out of render. And anywhere near the dollar region, if I can get render back to $1, but it's definitely, in my mind, in a really, really good spot. When we look at the chart had a beautiful run up. Again, since February, 2023 hasn't been, for people calling it a bear run. This coin went all the way from 50 cents all the way up to 286. So it did a little more than a 5.5x almost, and it continuing to grow. In the last few weeks, it's been slowly pushing back down, but it's getting oversold on the weekly. And to me, if it can drop from here and lose this and come back to the 117, anywhere in these regions, anywhere between 40 and $1, to me, is a beautiful region. Even here, I believe it's undervalued after, 6-7 weeks of being sold off after its last rally. I like render token. I believe it could do numbers. It's not my biggest winner gainer in the world, but it's definitely one of the coins that I would include in these top 5 tokens. Last but not least is Dimitra. Dimitra coming in at a $10.5 million market cap. This thing could definitely 100x. If it just goes to a $100 million market cap, you're 10xing. It goes to $1 billion, you are going to 100x this coin. I believe this is a definitely 100x potential. I'm looking to get at least a 30x out of this coin. I've been DCAing into it and holding a position. I did hold a bigger position. I sold off most of it, and now I'm willing to kind of build it back up. And what Dimitra does, it's interesting. It's unique because in its sector, I don't see a lot of other coins competing with it. So let's see what Dimitra does. The DMTR is a blockchain platform that is democratizing the agricultural technology space for smallhold farmers globally. It provides access to blockchain, machine learning, Internet of Things sensors, and satellite technology through a mobile platform that helps farmers globally increase their yield, reduce costs, and mitigate risks. Current farming practices are not sustainable, creating an evolution of practices that will continue. So what they're saying is current farming practices aren't sustainable. But if we can add AI and tech, we can figure out ways to be as most efficient as possible and thus make farming far more efficient. This is AI because it's taking a bunch of data and leaving it at your fingertips, and it's making smart, decisions based on that technology. This is basically farming with AI. I like where this could go. It's interesting to me. It's definitely a high risk call. Like this could go to zero. Like you don't know. It's not as substantial as AGIX or Fetch. It doesn't have as much as a team behind it or even render. This is something that I'm taking more of a shot on. Definitely high risk. As you can see though, I keep a few of the lower risk in with the higher risk mixed in to the portfolio. When we take a look at this, again, this is a coin I started looking at down here. I don't know why we got this lucky, but I saw it on the low. When I saw it just make a little flag here, I posted a chart. It broke up. Then I posted another flag. It broke out. Then it consolidated beautifully, and this was probably like the trade of the year here in the trading group. Yeah, we started watching it here in March. We got in, and this thing would just go, it was simple. it would just do exactly, it would go the exact length of the pole to the upside. It would rip from 3.7 all the way to 9.7. And a lot of people were super happy in my trading group. A lot of gains were made. Since then, it's just been getting sold off and finding, trying to find that value, right? Bitcoin's been soaring a little bit. We've had the banking issues. So people have been running into Bitcoin and not wanting to be as in risky assets. For me, back down to the 706 Fibonacci level, in between almost to the 786, it's starting to get back into that undervalued area, which I believe is just a really, really good place to be dollar cost averaging into these coins. So those are the top 5 coins. I gave you basically, what they are, their market caps, why I'm interested in them. I own every one of them. I have a position in all of these, except Render. Right at the present moment, I don't have a position in Render. If I do, it's very small. I haven't begun to build one. That's one I want to actually start getting a little deeper into. And again, I wanted to leave you one last one as a bonus. It's a simple, just kind of add-on bonus. We're not going to spend too much time on it, but it's Singularity DAO. If you believe SingularityNET's going to do numbers, then this is going to be their mini governance token. And I believe it's only going to be better for their entire ecosystem, and it's going to go up. It's got a tiny market cap of 35 million. If you think Singularity.net can get into the billions, then this thing will follow into the 350 million, maybe to $1 billion market cap. I believe you could 100x with this if you kind of basically follow along with Singularity.net. You kind of daisy chain this together in a way, you connect them. So I like Singularity DAO. It's something that I'm looking at. And it's something I definitely have in my portfolio. I've thrown $1,000 in it at a very low price, and I've been watching it closely as well. These 5 coins, I believe, are all going to do some bit of returns in the bull market. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not a psychic. I can't guarantee it at all. Who knows? What I do, though, is I take this system and the strategy that I've been using for the last 6-7 years in crypto, where I research. I find 50 coins I really like, and then I go and turn them into 15. And I I cut off the fat, so to speak, until I find the coins that really speak to me. These coins really speak to me. I believe they can do numbers. Again, I'm being realistic with where we can get with them. Some of them can 100x, some of them can 30 to 40x. And I realistically thought I found those points for you. And, just specifically showed you how much returns, just in general, we can get out of each asset or token. So I hope you like this video. I do deep dives like this all the time. So I'm going to start putting out more and more content every single week to keep you situated, to keep you understanding what's going on, and to keep you excited about the next bull run. These are the times right now where we want to be paying attention to what's happening in crypto. This is when most people aren't paying attention. They're going to run in when Bitcoin's running up to 60, 70,000, when the market's ripping, when all these altcoins have already done a 10 or 20x, and they're going to make some returns. Don't get me wrong. They'll be able to swing trade and make some gains, but not the gains we're going to be able to make by being deep divers in the bear market. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life.